All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to part B, or 3B of 3, I guess. I decided to make this a Megasode because wanted to break it up. And it also pushes episode 100 further ahead of schedule. Or further away. Which means I can film it over March break and maybe do something a bit more special. I haven't quite thought of exactly what I want to do yet, but I do want to kind of have some fun. But I'm not gonna delay anything any further. I did 2 hours of mining already, so I think that's more than enough. I don't know why my character's, but I think we ought to get moving. I think that's what we should do. So I guess we're just gonna leave this place. And in case you guys missed it, I've been filming for the last few episodes. I died recently, so I've been mining for a few episodes now. But we got our stack of diamonds, so we are good to go. I don't know. I don't remember how my inventory was before. I know this was here. I was like that, and then something or rather. I don't know. I always seem to come up with new ideas for my inventory's layout, which I guess kind of makes it fresh. This would go here. Oh, I don't need that. But we're preparing to leave this little area here. But yes. Okay, I feel like we're missing a lot of stuff. Boats, mushrooms, and bowls. Yes. I got some bowls. I got some mushrooms. All right. I'm just gonna take one quick last look. Make sure we are okay. Could make some arrows. I don't really have material. Require like flint and so I think we'll just go. Just head on out of here. I want to get back to the journeying. I mean, I'll do like a little. I don't know how long I'll stream this episode for. It might be a shorter one, probably. It probably will be shorter because it's already getting pretty late here. So I'll save the excellent times for March break or like maybe some longer streams. Usually that's how I usually take advantage of streams. Don't mind the head bumping. Oh, it's a nice rainstorm. And it's nighttime. Okay, let's try not to die again. Would be very non-preferable. Oh, okay. I need to eat. I need to eat food. I'm not. I feel like I'm missing something in my inventory. I swear. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy, which is probably the case. Well, I guess the journey must continue. Hopefully without many other big old problems. I don't die anytime soon. I got a nice payload on me now, so I don't really want to lose that, I'm afraid. Might smelt some little things. Because I'll see if I can find any mushrooms. I need food. I don't have the stack of mushrooms or anything. Stack of each anymore. I'll have to accumulate them. I am just going to have to make do with things. Yeah, in case anyone was curious about the episode title, because this one's actually predetermined. Well, I named it at the end of the first portion. So I guess I'll kind of explain what happened for those who missed it. So Fig stopped by again. Figonomics stopped by. So he's a streamer who's gone to the Farlands before, the corner Farlands, which is also what we're doing here. And so that's kind of how it ties into the title. And I've heard that Antvenom's heard of the series here, and he's said good luck. That's kind of the idea behind the name. I don't know. I just like to come up with stuff that's very relatable to what actually happens in the episode. And if nothing happens, then I just figure something out. I never eat the pork or whatever this stuff here. But I'm in dire need of some food. I do not want to die again. That would be preferable. Okay, we're gonna whip up some stuff here real quick. I don't know why. Oh, it's just I'm in a rush today. I guess it makes sense because things have been very interesting lately. Most interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do a nice good old eat. I'll keep a spare one on me in case I take more damage. I'm gonna refrain from taking too much damage in the future. Just because it's a little it degrades the armor. I mean, it's we have a good supply, but I just want to try not to accidentally take damage, which I know it's a bit odd sort of thing to say, but I don't really want to lose my stuff again. That was not very fun. And while I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking. I'll hang on to that furnace because I don't really have that much. I mean, I have like just so much room in my inventory. I could support it. It's completely curious. Oh, I guess the coordinates are in the video description, so I could do that for my progress thing because I don't know if I wrote all that stuff down. All the coordinates and things. But alas, we are here, back in the journey to the Farlands, and we're back in the journey mode. And hopefully, we won't have to go back to mining or outposts or any of that crap anytime soon. Hoping this will be a nice, clean trip for a little while. I've made it a few months. Actually, I made it from August all the way up to January. So I made it that whole time span between outposts. I think I could do that again and probably improve upon that. Yeah, I do have less diamonds than that before, but I tried pushing it today, getting more diamonds, but I didn't have it in me to get more diamonds. I don't know, I always get sick of diamond mining by the time I'm done with it. I'm always like excited about getting diamonds, but at the beginning, and then I just like as I'm mining because it's so dense. It has to be dense because of my schedule with this series. It just gets a little boring, so I have to put on YouTube and things. That's why most of the mining is no commentary because if I tried talking during mining, it would be fairly boring. I think that's where I draw the line in terms of commentary and things. Unless I mean, I guess unless I had audience and things like to guide me better. But at least right now, with how things are, yeah, that's something I'm not gonna be worrying myself with. Anyhow, I'm just gonna work my way over to the new area. The new area, yes, it's always new, which is what's so nice about all this. And there's also one thing on Fig Show with the audio stuff, is that I don't really have like people to confer with me when I have audio issues. I just kind of have to figure that out myself, which usually I don't really notice. I don't catch it. And then next thing you know, there's like 10 episodes and they all have like double audio, like Big mentioned, or like, that kind of stuff. And that's just kind of some hoops I have to jump through. But I'll still, I mean, it's still okay. But I like to try and make things as good as possible. And while I was gonna edit the first section of the Megasode, I decided that I'm probably just gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'll just leave it uncut, and then that's just a no commentary mining. If anyone wants to watch that, I mean there is some dialogue in there, but not much. It's like a mining episode. So yeah, I was gonna make this all one stream, but I was like, I don't know. If I do a commentary portion now, it's not really gonna work very effectively. Because then, ooh, pink sheep. I have not seen one of these in a while. Hello, I'm not gonna shear you because I respect the pink wool, but yeah, I don't remember the last time I've seen one of those. That's a pretty rare sight. Anyway. But what do I have to say? Well, of course, thank you guys. Of course, I mean, I say it every episode, but I do mean I appreciate everyone chipping in, viewership and whatnot. They're positive comments. It's amazing, honestly. Because if you'd asked me when I started the series if I'd gotten it, or if I would get any reception at all, I would probably be like, oh, it's probably not gonna get many views. Because that was kind of my expectation at the beginning. I was like, oh, no one would watch this. Just me doing this, and then I was like, well, people watch other people doing it. And I was like, oh, it might work out, and it's been working out fairly nicely. So it's been good. That is very good. I need to make boats too, I realize. I should probably get some wood. I'm also trying to think of how I can minimize my chances of death and, you know, maximize efficiency and things, but I don't know. I've done most of the things that I would probably think of. I mean, probably the first thing that comes to mind for many of you is just don't take damage or make like yourselves in situations. It just kind of happens, and most of the times it just went out of control. So I'll try get myself out of that kind of stuff. I mean, I have, but there's always ways I can avoid stuff like that. But I guess it's part of the fun, a bit of learning experience going on. Like I learned now that I need to back up things in case things do go hairy, because I'm not gonna I've decided I'm probably not gonna restart Journey to the Farlands from spawn again. I don't think I'm doing that. Well, not again. I'm not gonna do it at all. I did it once, and I've been walking for almost 7 months. I'm not gonna redo that. I'm not gonna do that. And so I'll probably do backups and things. So in case things do get hairy, I can go back to a backup. And I know that might sound like cheating to some of you, but in all fairness, this is like a 7-month commitment, or even more than that. It's gonna be a long commitment because really, it's gonna go on until I get there. But it's a long commitment, and like going back on that and going from scratch again is just not really feasible. At least in like this sense, if I ever decide to do another Journey to the Farlands in the future, that may be quite different. But at least in terms of like this series, I'm not gonna redo this whole idea here because I've already gotten so far. So I'm just gonna keep going. That's pretty reasonable. Is a pretty reasonable thing. But I am just gonna see where the Farland road takes me. The road to the Farlands takes me. See where all that kind of goes. And if there's one thing I really like about this series here is that I just like the creativity that comes with the titles and stuff for episodes, because I just come up with them so like on the fly and things, and just relating to episodes. I think some of them are really funny, really clever and things. I mean, of course I do because they're my titles, but I don't know. I like a lot of the stuff that's happened in this series. A lot of positive stuff has come from it. I do like that. It's just been a general all-around good time. Good time. And I guess also one thing I've been surprised with, I mean, me originally, one thing I was surprised with kind of when I started the series is the lack of negativity. Like there's no negativity. Maybe it's just because I'm too small to get that kind of negativity, but I always used to be like, or I talk about, like do the thing like where I'd be talking about people complaining about the series and things. You could tell in earlier episodes when I did that, but there's like 0, which is great. So when I'm like, oh, you guys probably are yelling at me, you're not actually probably yelling at me, but it's just part of the comedy, part of the fun. Just part of what I'm trying to do. Keep things fresh and all that. Yeah, certainly There's gonna be hurdles in this series. There has been, but I'm gonna work my way to the Farlands and the best way I can find. And I guess also, I guess a good thing I could talk about is episode 100, because that's like the kind of next main special that's coming up. Just like a short 7 episodes away, so it'll be like a week from now. It'll be like midway through March break, but I'm hoping to get some kind of episode made for it. I don't know about a Megasode, but I might do like 100 episode special thing. I'm not too sure. I haven't really made a format for episodes like that where it's like a longer episode, but it's not a Megasode. It's like a weird gray area. Because I want to do like the 100th episode special, and it's just like a not too sure in terms of length either. It might just be a longer stream. And maybe I'll do some more commentary. And maybe showcase some of my adventures thus far and all that. Like I can show around some old worlds of Journey to the Farlands, and I can go through some of the pictures I've taken again, and maybe do the statistics menu and all that kind of stuff. Go down memory lane a little bit. I think that could be a good idea. But that's kind of my... Oh, we got a skelly after us. Oh, snap. I'm getting flashbacks to when I was murdered by 3 of them. Just like 3 episodes ago, so wonderful. And all sorts of memories flooding back. But yeah, I would consider doing something like a 12-hour live stream, but I feel like that's pushing it. Like 8 hours was enough for me. Like that was long enough. Like it dragged on, so like I was even watching like my TV and everything, and that wasn't. It dragged on. I'll admit. Like if you a bunch of you guys were along a little bit, like, and there was charity stuff going on, maybe I'd feel a bit more motivated to do like a 12-hour stream or something. But that's just not healthy. I'm not gonna go in that direction, at least right now. Especially for episode 100. Maybe for like 1 year, like the 1-year special or something. Who knows? If I'm whatever I'm doing at that point, I may do something like that. But I'm hesitant to do anything like that. It'll just be on the longer end, just because it's March break, and it kind of depends what I'm doing. But if I have time, I may do a bit of a longer stream, some kind of Megasode thing themed around the 100th episode. Some kind of Megasode-esque thing, maybe a new format of episode, because I just like to whip those up, pull them right out of nowhere. Surprise you guys with all the crazy names I can come up with. Episode, minisode, Megasode, they all kind of run along the same lines. Oh, there's gonna be another, the odd one out, I'm sure. The specials are gonna be the odd ones out, probably. At least the bigger ones, because I've done a few in the past, and most of them are pretty mundane. So yeah, that's kind of the plan there. And I've just been just doing this kind of stuff for a long time. And I hopefully plan on keeping Journey to the Farlands alive and well for many more episodes to come. I think that will be excellent. Most excellent. And it's like second nature to me now, just hopping up, booting up the Journey to the Farlands world and doing like an hour or 2 of walking a day. Very excellent. And some interesting terrain near us here. I think I said in one of the earlier episodes that like one of the things I do when I'm struggling to think of stuff to talk about is what I do is I just comment on the terrain around me, and that's very true. You'll notice that. That's the thing I do. I've become very aware of that I do. which is just that oh, look at this wonderful terrain around us. And it's as old as time, some of these bits that I do, like the, oh, what should I talk about? And all that stuff is just as old as time memorial. Lots of pumpkins, holy. Oh, pumpkins. Just everywhere. Right. Yeah, all this drastic stuff happening with Journey to the Farlands is just made me think about, like, just kind of retrospectively think about everything that's happened. It's been quite amazing, nonetheless. It's been epic. Yeah. I'll do it. Gonna probably tap out soon. Just because I did 2.5 hours of mining and I should probably get to doing some other stuff after this. So that's what I shall do. I will get to some other things. And in terms of this, I guess in terms of what's gonna happen next, I always like to talk about what's next, all that. What's next kind of thing. Or maybe just kind of give you guys a bit of the scoop of what's going on. I guess recently, I think it was like a week ago, not a week ago, it was the other day, I filmed Minecraft Through Time, episode 4, which was a lot of fun. We started working on the castle. I was humming and hawing about if I should do work off camera, but I decided I'm just gonna keep it all on camera. I'll just do some longer sessions. If I decide to build up the castle more, if I want to build it up more in one episode, I'll just make it longer. I tend not to cut things out just because I'm lazy. Well, I mean, that's like point A. I kind of scratch that when I'm telling you guys why, because, you know, telling people I'm lazy is not the best. But I mean, I guess the main thing is just that I like to keep things simple. I'm not trying to make this into a career. I'm not trying to make this the big thing for myself. This is just it's just a hobby for the most part. It's always been that. It's always just been something fun to do, an extra layer to things. It allows me to archive this series for many people to watch afterwards, even if most of the episodes have issues and things like lag and like awkward points. But I feel like keeping things natural is nice. And I haven't gotten much negativity relating to that either. And I think it kind of fits a series like this because there's not really much you really want to cut out in a series like Journey to the Farlands. But in other series, I guess you could be like, oh, well, it kind of takes away from things to have like everything be shown. Like, you know, I could just slim it down a little bit and just have it be more snappy and things. But I'm not. The whole big thing with modern Minecraft YouTube now is that everything needs to be short and appealing, have like these catchy thumbnails with all the clickbait. And I guess clickbait isn't very common. Well, I've seen the fair share of clickbait, but I feel like it's common for a lot of things to just fall in that cookie cutter thing where everything is just super mainstream, which is not really a bad thing. But I think that works. It gets lots of views, but I don't think it's really my bag. To put it simply, you know, it's not really my thing to make everything high edited and everything. Maybe because I don't know how to edit, and I also don't think it really is needed to make my channel work. But I think it's working just fine without major stuff. Like if an episode requires editing, if it's a detrimental, then I will do it. But most of the time I just leave things and no one seems to complain, or maybe people are just too quiet to complain, but I don't know. I'm just gonna live in my world where I think people are okay with it, and I've yet to be proven otherwise. Gotta go the scientific method with that kind of scientific route, where it's just like true until proven otherwise, and that's how I will go. But yeah, the other series are just a bit different. I don't technically have to film those. Like I kind of gauge by viewership, but I kind of just like to film them. They're fun to film. And I kind of like having stuff to post on the channel every once in a while. Other than this, maybe give you guys a bit of a break. Those of you wanting to watch some of my content that's not just me walking and talking. And I guess yesterday I did try and get a new series started called Soulbound Survival with Devin, but that didn't work out because the mod, their add-on we were using, we couldn't get it to work. It was just outdated or something. But yeah, it didn't work. So we just did the last life, me and Devin, and I streamed that. You can still watch the stream if you're here on Twitch. I didn't move it over to YouTube though. I'm not gonna bother putting it over because it's a boring stream anyway. Not really a whole lot happened. And then afterward, we got a whole bunch of people rounded up anyway, and we decided to do a last life thing. We call it Final Life. That's like the life series and thing. If you want to know more about it, you can check out Green's channel and his series is relating to it. But it's yeah, that kind of hardcore stuff with different lives and session based and all that. I'm just briefly explaining. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but yeah, we just decided not to film it like as a series in the end because I usually don't stream those series, like the fancy ones that we do like that. I think it's funner if we just leave it between the friends like that. I mean, I'm sure you guys would enjoy them, but I think the people on there don't really care for, or at least people don't really care for. I don't really care to stream it. Cause I got my own stuff, and I got Sarber as well. If you want that stuff, well, yeah, we'll see. Sorry on the fritz in terms of like I'll still be, but in terms of continue that. I know some of you guys like the multiplayer content. I've said that, but it is true. There's definitely an audience here who likes the SMP style, but I noticed that they get way less views anyway. I do kind of go by views, like as much as I complain about me being like, oh no, I don't go by views, but I do. Every YouTuber does to some degree. Even if this isn't like a serious thing for me, I still like to try and go by what you guys are watching. That's kind of like a secondary thing. The primary thing is just my own enjoyment. I try to film stuff I enjoy. And, you know, if I want to film a new series, then I will. I mean, even non-Minecraft related, which I haven't done any non-Minecraft stuff before, but that may become a thing in the future if I so come across something or kind of come across an idea. One of you guys suggests or whatever. But in terms of what's going on now, it'll probably just remain constant, like with the odd episode. I might switch like things like hardcore adventures and Minecraft through time. I might do them a bit more loosely, like just whenever I feel like streaming them, instead of doing like the once weekly thing that I've been trying to do and it hasn't really been working. So maybe I'll just film them whenever I feel like filming them, which I probably should be scheduling things. But like I said, it's a hobby. It's just something I enjoy doing. So I'm not gonna make schedules for everything. True to the Farlands, you get pretty much every day, and sometimes you get a double stream in one day, which is nice. But yeah, hopefully that kind of covers most of the bases in terms of the main things right now. But anyhow, I think we got like a good 5 minutes left of stream here, so we're gonna go to like 35 minutes or so. Nice little bit of walking. At least I'm not walking nothing at all today. It's good. I didn't walk at all yesterday in the world here. And even the other day I didn't walk at all. But I'm gonna take the days off when I need them. Because I'm getting increasingly more busy as time goes on. So it's just gonna try and find the new comfortable area of streaming that. lets me get work done while still getting progress in Journey to the Farlands at some point, or at kind of some rate, at any rate, kind of deal. But certainly things are changing, even though the series itself hasn't changed since August when I initially started walking in the world. I guess it's October. I keep saying August. I mean, that's when the world was actually created, but October is really when the series first started getting filmed. And even then, it was not the no commentary thing that I got going now. Yes. Oh, some chickens. I'm getting tired already. A long day of Minecrafting is what it is. Just because earlier today, I debuted over this weekend again, we were playing our Java world that we made the last time we hung out. So we've just been playing that, and I've started a large base on that world. So I might be a bit Minecrafted out after this. At least for like tonight. Like I'm not gonna play anymore. I got work to do anyway. So I'm just gonna chillax. But yes, we'll keep going as we go. I think you guys are okay with that. I think I've gathered the sense that most people are okay with how just the way things are going. So hopefully we look at that. Whoa. Oh, I guess I could do that. Maybe a new profile pic. Should probably update it. I gotta wait for my stuff to disappear. Okay. Let's go on in here. All right, I wanted to fill my inventory up with mushroom stew. I'll have to get mushrooms over time. Again, I have to get mushrooms, replenish my stock. That means I don't really have to carry as many boats and beds, because I feel like there's an upper limit to that. There's like a sweet spot, and I think recently I've been overstocking on boats and beds, so I might just tone it down a little bit. There's like that spot that's just right. It's just that spot that works a lot better. So we'll go with that. But certainly things are happening. Lots of different things. It's been an interesting weekend for Journey to the Farlands. I filmed an entire Megasode a weekend here. I went from Friday to being like, yeah, we're gonna get so much progress in Journey to the Farlands, and then I died, and I was like, oh. Then I did mining for the rest of the weekend. But we at least have way more diamonds than we did before. I only had like half a stack before. Even less than that, I think. But it just means now that we have to try not to die. Even though that's really what I constantly do, and really the times I do die are just, that's just how the cookie crumbles kind of deal. But I'm gonna try and make a good effort, put forth a good effort, try not to die, try not to put myself in those situations, that kind of thing. Probably gonna be better for both me and you viewers that I don't have to stop anytime soon. At least major stops. Like I do all kind of stop. Like I stop to chop trees. I'll have to do that next episode. But I stopped to chop trees. I stopped to go mining for cobblestone. I stopped to coal. I stopped to coal. All that stuff. So I do a whole bunch of stopping. But I mean like major stopping. Like stopping for longer than just a few minutes sort of deal. When I start stopping for hours, then things are starting to get real. Oh, look at this. Nice place to end the episode. I've had a long day of just Minecrafting. I mean, it's been a very enjoyable day, but I could use a bit of a break from Minecraft. I'm starting to realize now. But yes, that was a good point. We're now back on the road for the journey here. And if you guys are curious, we're now here. Oh, not too bad. I don't have my chords written down in my notebook. I can't check. But anyway, thank you guys though for tuning in to this Megasode thing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, see ya.